Before we begin, let me ask you something. What if there was a way to earn money even when you were sleeping? What if your income kept coming, whether you work today or not? And what if the difference between financial struggle and financial freedom was just one powerful idea? Stay with me till the end of this video, because this idea has changed the financial future of millions of people around the world. Hello friends, welcome back. Our today's video is on the Parable of Pipeline book, written by Burke Hedges. He is an international bestseller, author, speaker, and an entrepreneur. His books have been translated into many languages worldwide. And in this powerful book, he explains a simple concept that can completely change the way we think about money and work. This book explains the importance of building a pipeline that will always give us a reasonable income. Imagine building something once and then getting paid from it again and again. Residual income means that we work once, but we always earn money from it. This is the dream of almost every person who wants financial freedom. This is the reason why the pipeline always pumps money. Every day, every year, whether you work or not. Just imagine waking up in the morning and knowing that your income is still flowing. Burke Hedges says that being a millionaire is not a matter of chance, but our choice. Our pipeline is our lifeline. If we have only one pipeline, it means we have only one lifeline. The more pipeline we have, the better it will be for us. Pipeline can give us personal and financial freedom and lifelong security. So friends, how to make a pipeline in the bucket-carrying world that will make your lifetime financial free? That is the biggest question. And the answer to this question might completely change the way you think about work and money. To know this, watch this video till the end. Because the story that you are about to hear is simple, but extremely powerful. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. Don't forget to press the bell icon for the notification of our upcoming videos. So let's begin. Now Burke Hedges explains this powerful idea through a story. Bug tells a story of a village where two cousins lived, Pablo and Bruno. They were very hardworking and they just wanted an opportunity in life, just like many of us. One day, he got that chance too. The villagers gave him the task of bringing water from the nearby river to the village in buckets. For Bruno, it was like a dream, but Pablo was not so happy. Pablo, instead of picking up buckets full of water for some money every day, he wanted to make a pipeline that would direct the water from the river to the village. At first, this idea sounded crazy. Bruno and the villagers made fun of Pablo, but Pablo still did not become weak. When Bruno used to rest in the evening, Pablo would always be busy with his pipeline. While others relaxed, Pablo worked on building something bigger. He always reminded himself that he had to sacrifice today to fulfill his dreams of tomorrow. Little time of sorrow can give happiness for a long time. He always kept his eyes on the reward and worked very hard. And slowly, things began to change. After a while, things changed. After a lot of time and effort, when the pipeline was ready, Pablo didn't need to wash the buckets anymore. Water used to come to the village, whether it worked or not. Think about that for a moment. Income, even when you are not working. Pablo became a miracle man from Pipeline Man. Pablo taught his cousin Bruno and many others how to make a pipeline because he had planned to make a pipeline all over the world. He tried to teach many more young people how to make a pipeline, but they understood that very few people in this bucket-carrying world had the courage to make a pipeline. And this is the reality even today. Burke says that bucket carrying is a problem because when you stop picking up the pallets, you stop making money, which means that there is no such thing as secure job or dream job. The most dangerous thing about bucket carrying is that the income is temporary and not ongoing. Now let us pause for a moment and ask ourselves a few important questions. We need to ask ourselves the question that if our income is stopped from tomorrow, then what will we do? If our job goes away, then what will we do? If we fall sick and become disabled and are not able to work, then what will happen? If our savings are over due to some medical emergency, then what will happen? If our income is stopped from tomorrow, then how long will we be able to run our household expenses? 6 months, 3 months, or 3 weeks? If there is ever a disaster situation, do we have a lifeline that can save us and our family? Or are we playing a game and thinking that we will keep getting money from bucket carrying all our lives? If the answer is no, then there is a better way. This is called pipeline, or ongoing residual income, which always comes, whether it is done or not, 24/7 by 365 days, which means that pipeline pays when you sleep, when you play, when you retire, or when you are unable to work, or when there is any kind of emergency in life. This is the reason why pipeline is called lifeline, because it gives residual income. But here comes an interesting observation. Many people think that bucket carrying is to build a pipeline. We have observed that 99% of people carry buckets. So let's assume that bucket carrying is the only way to get what we want in life. 99% of people are living on their paycheck every month and not earning residual income. We have not seen a bucket carrying model generation has worked, and we feel that we can do the same. It works in such a way that go to school and learn how to lift the bucket. Work hard. To carry the bucket, understand about your rights. Work in one company to another company so that you get a chance to lift bigger buckets. Just dream of getting out of the bucket carrying world, and then bigger buckets are a mistake. People who pick up big buckets believe that picking up big buckets means more money. That's why bucket carriers keep convincing themselves that if they get a job that can get them to pick up big buckets, then everything will be fine. But the truth is something very different. This is an observation that bucket carrying does not create wealth. Those people who drive expensive cars and live in expensive houses, if you earn good money every year and spend everything, then you can't become wealthy. You are just living a high lifestyle. Wealth comes from hard work, planning, and self-discipline. No matter how big the bucket is, it sometimes dries up. On the other hand, the pipeline grows on its own. But we have to take out time and make the pipeline with hard work. Your pipelines are your lifelines. Now Burke shares another powerful real-life comparison. Book tells a story of a big basketball player, Darryl Strawberry, and a small elementary school teacher of a small town called Margit. Darryl used to earn millions a year and Margit $10,000 a year. Darryl's life was celebrated in a small town of Margit. In his career, Darryl earned $2 to $5 million, and in his 40th year, he had $50 to $100 million in his assets. But still, Darryl had no money to support his wife and children. He was suspended from basketball, which meant that there was no income coming, but every day's bills were coming. On the other hand, Margaret studied at the age of 50 in school. When she retired at the age of 70, she was earning $50 to $100. But when she died at the age of 100, she donated $2 million to 10 different charities. How did this happen? The answer lies in pipeline thinking. He made a long-term investment pipeline in which he invested in quality stocks every month and let it double with time. The market is a perfect example of long-time pipeline building. The mantra of financial freedom is to adopt the pipeline building mentality and then work on its action plan. Strawberry had 20 years to build a pipeline. If he had invested 10% of his earnings in building a pipeline, a lifeline of at least $20 to $100 million, Strawberry was thinking that his bucket would never end. But that was a wrong thought. Buckets don't fill themselves, no matter how big they are. That's why bucket carriers always have to work to fill their buckets. On the other hand, Margaret chose to build a pipeline with the bucket filling. When the day of filling her bucket was over, its pipeline always gave it income. Now Burke introduces another powerful concept. Leverage word comes from the Old French word, which means to make things light, which is the correct description of this word. Leveraging is of two types, time and money. In time leveraging case, an effort of 1 hour can give production of 100 hours, and a week's work can give production of 1 year. In money leverage case, every penny is doubled with time. Hiring employees is the most classic example. For example, if you open your restaurant, then it is impossible for you to work as a chef, waiter, dishwasher, and bookkeeper. You can be in one place at a time, so you hire people to work. If you are giving $10 to the staff of 10 people per hour, you are paying $100 for an hour. If your restaurant generates $1,000 revenue every hour, then all the money is your profit. Most millionaires did not get the money from their family. According to statistics, 4 out of 5 millionaires have made their own fortune. Those people who became millionaires themselves. Millionaires use their money to build pipelines. They keep a large portion of their money in an investment jar so that it can grow with time. Millionaires invest 15 to 20% of their income in asset-building pipelines like stocks, bonds, rental properties, commercial real estate, pension funds, etc. Now Burke introduces a fascinating mathematical idea: the doubling concept. A very old Chinese king fell in love with chess, and he thought of giving a prize to the one who made the game. The king called him in the palace and announced that he would fulfill a wish. The inventor only asked for a grain of rice. He said that for the first square of chess, he will be given 1 grain of rice, 2 for the second, 4 for the third, and so on. He will be given the whole chessboard. The first king thought that this is a very simple matter. The inventor started to put the rice grain on the chessboard. The king realized his mistake by coming to the second row. By the end of the second row, there were 32, 768 grains and 48 squares were still left. If we double it according to every square of 64 squares, then there will be 18 million trillion grains of rice. This story teaches us about doubling concept, which is also called power and compounding. Famous mathematician Albert Einstein called it the 8th wonder of the world. Double concept and rule of 72. Check your investment's annual interest rate. Divide the annual interest rate by 72. The number that comes will take you to double your investment. For example, in today's time, an average person can join a millionaire club. This option is open for everyone who regularly invests a part of their income with a discipline. But not everyone has the patience to build a retirement pipeline in 40 to 50 years. But the best thing is that today, there is also an option to build a pipeline in 5 years. And there is no need to have a lot of money for this. Instead of leveraging your money, you can leverage your time. Time leverage. There are 2 ways to reach the top of an oak tree. Either you sit on the tree, and as the tree grows, you will also grow. Or the second way is to climb and reach the top of the tree. When people leverage their money, it takes them years to do so because it is like sitting on the tree and studying with the tree. This pipeline plan is 50 years old, but a 5-year pipeline plan is climbing to the top. In this also you achieve financial independence and security, which is in the 50-year plan. And in this, it takes only 10% time. The most beautiful thing about time leveraging is that we all have the same amount of time, which means that rich and average people have equal opportunity to earn income. Everyone has equal time, whether they are rich or poor, men or women, black or white, educated or not, young or old. But in the case of money, these are not the same situations. Some are born with a golden spoon, some with silver and nothing else. We all have 40 minutes in our time account every day. We all have the same time, but those people who work for the paycheck every month and those who are financially free, there is only difference between them that how they use their 40 minutes every day. This is very important. Some people say that our time is going bad or the situation is not right to build a pipeline, but the truth is that everyone's time is going bad. We are all stressed, we are all busy, we all keep dealing with some emergency. There is a name for bad time, it is called life. Some people waste their whole life to do any XYZ work. They wait for the right time, but there is nothing like the right time. If we think carefully, we can achieve a lot. If we use some hours every evening and some hours on weekends to build a purposeful pipeline. If we take out 2 hours every day in weekdays and 3 hours in weekends for ourselves, then we will have 16 hours extra in a week, which we can use for our productive work. 16 hours per week will be 800 extra hours in 50 weeks of the year. Successful people value their time in every line to find opportunities to leverage their time. Some people say that if the time is going well or not, then what is the need to build a pipeline? But Burke says that the best time to build a pipeline is when the time is going well, because when you can't work for any reason, whether it is a disease or any other reason, then the checks will stop coming, and this is the biggest insecurity of life for bucket carriers. The one who goes up, he also comes down. When people start coming down, they face the harsh reality of the world, like being fired, career change, credit card bills, medical emergency, taking responsibility of mom and dad in old age. Smart people understand that it is beneficial to build a pipeline for themselves in good time. Smart people prepare for it before recession, not in the time of recession. That's why today is the best time to build a pipeline, not when the economy is in a worse state. Always remember that we all don't have money, and we all have the same time to increase the money. Nowadays, building a pipeline is not only for rich people. Everyone can give a little time and a lot of dedication to leverage their time and build a pipeline that will start giving ongoing income in 2 to 5 years. Now, Burke talks about the most powerful tool of modern time. Nowadays, the biggest leveraging tool of the world is at our fingertips. This tool has given a lot of millionaires in a very short time. This is called e-pipeline or internet. E-compounding, the ultimate pipeline. Internet is the most powerful and productive pipeline of today's new economy. Internet is the future, and the future is today. The advantage of the internet is that a continuous income-giving pipeline can be created, which will be created in 2 to 5 years, not in 50 years. It is so powerful because millions of people in the world are connected to each other through computers and cell phones. People can stay in instant connection with each other for 365 days and 24 hours. There is only one way to build loyal customers in the internet age, and that is relationship. The internet needs human touch. The truth is that word-of-mouth recommendation has been the most effective way of advertisement till date. We recommend products and services every day, and people buy products and services based on our recommendation. How good would it be if we start getting paid for this? By leveraging our time and relationship, we can create loyal customer base for those e-commerce sites which are relationship-driven, which can create a pipeline for us which can give us residual income. E-commerce sites have a role of technology. They provide websites, take orders, process payments, handle shipping and accounting of products. The company gets loyal customers in return by paying referral fee. This is a win-win situation because the company fulfills the needs of its loyal customers and you build a pipeline with residual income. This is like a revolution if we talk about the concept of compounding. E-commerce concept combined. The results will be e-compounding. The potential of e-compounding is that the exponential growth of compounding is achieved with the reachability and speed of the internet. This is the reason why it is considered to be the ultimate pipeline, because through internet, by compounding your time and relationship, you can earn money. This pipeline does not only give money, because like Pablo, you can also time leverage, not money. That's why thousands of people around the globe are busy building this ultimate pipeline, and in exchange for 50 years, they can enjoy the benefits of this pipeline in a few months. The beauty of e-compounding is that you don't need a lot of money to start it. It is built in a few months and years, and you don't need special skills to build it. Rich people leverage their money, and average people. E-compounding is a new and improved way to use your full potential in e-commerce. The result is that referral-based internet companies are growing rapidly in all businesses. E-compounding is a pipeline that can solve every purpose, and it is in everyone's pocket. Your purpose can be to afford festivals, or you want to get out of a job that will never end, or you want to build a pipeline that is on the whole globe. Or you may have a small purpose of earning some extra money, or becoming a millionaire again and again. E-compounding is the answer to all these. It is very amazing that it is very easy to become a millionaire if the work of pipeline building is started in time. A 5-year pipeline plan can fulfill all our dreams right now, and we don't need to wait for 50 to 60 years for this. With this plan, financial freedom can be obtained in 5 years instead of 50 years. This is the ultimate pipeline because this is our business. We own it. We are our own bosses. We can work from home. This is secure. It has freedom. And we are independent. This is web-based. This gives a chance for residual income. And this is exactly the message of this powerful book. In the end, Burke gives the best advice of his dad. Live today and plan tomorrow. Friends, we hope you liked this video. If you liked this video, then please like this video. Subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon. If you have any views, then please share your views. Thank you so much. We will meet soon with a new video.